You see how you're off the screen?
Mhm.
Okay. I have to turn it into my teacher so that she knows what I'm doing. All right. So, thank you for recording those dates. You didn't record the scores then, huh? So you got a 440 on that September test, all right? And they thought, the computer program thinks that by the end of the year, you should get a 452. And then if you work really hard, a 471.
Oh, that.
All right. Okay. So that being said, you scored a 443 in the December test, right? Now, what does that say that you got to your goal? How far did you get to your goal? 25%. Yeah, halfway through the year, it'd be nice if you'd gotten 50% of the way, right? But 25% is what you did, and that's good. That's an improvement. And then here it says what? 10%. Okay, so if we start here, I'm gonna just essentially copy this graph onto this paper, all right? It's gonna look a little different because the numbers are gonna be different, but you're slightly under 450. And it's gonna pretty much look the same because you're slightly under 450, all right? It's a little bit higher, but not much on this graph. Then 452 is up here. That's where you want to be for the average growth, just like being around 452. And then 471 is up here. Okay, that's 471, just under 475. And then grade level, which you do grade level work in class, is right about here, 518. Okay. Yeah. All right. So is there any questions about what this, like that this is just that copy? Do you understand that? Kind of? Okay, what question do you have for me? Is there a question you have? Okay, so how do you kind of understand it? What, like, that to me means that you don't understand it. Huh?
Why I guess it's the same thing.
10%? Because you were supposed to have gone up 31 points and you only went up 3. And so 3 out of 31 is 10%. And the reason it's 25, because right, you had a 440 and they wanted you to go to 471. That's 31 points. And you only did 3 of those 31. And that's 10%. About a little bit more, but not much. Not enough to round it up to 11. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, and then here, you were supposed to go up 12 points and you only did 3. What's 3 divided by 12? It's 25%, right? Okay. It's not a grade. It's just the percentage that you have left. Like you've got 90 more percent to go, right? I know you don't like to see anything below a 60. I know. You don't like anything below a 90. So are you okay on that right now? This is not your grade. It's your growth. All right. So let's go to your personalized instruction. You have passed 28 lessons this year. You have worked on 37, right? So you've got a 76% year to date. 28 lessons. Nice job. That's good work on your own independent time. So thank you. There are 4 things that we talk about in math. All right. We have numbers and operations. Numbers and operations are things like adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. What tool do you have for that? You're nodding yes. I wasn't asking a yes or no question. Do you want me to repeat it?
Mhm.
Okay. We are working on numbers and operations. Things like adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing fractions, decimals, what tools do you have for questions about that? You can't think of it? It's a calculator. You can use a calculator to add, subtract, multiply, and divide, right? What's up, Jeffrey?
I need help in this one.
Okay, so what is it that you're doing? Because I haven't been listening to the instructions. So what is it that you're doing? Can you walk me through what you've got?
Physics, each can of paint covers 100 feet over 2. How many cans of paint does the store owner need to buy?
Okay, so I don't, how many, each can of each can of paint covers 100 square feet, right?
Yes,
How many square feet does he need to paint? What's the square footage of the parking lot?
I would say 25,
Well, that's the length of the parking lot. What's the
250.
250? So is one can gonna be enough?
Yes,
Well,
No.
it covers 100, right?
yes,
Is 100 more or less than 250?
yes. Oh, no,
Yeah, it's not gonna work. One can's not gonna be enough. Will two cans be enough?
yes,
Why? How much will two cans be?
200.
But he needs to do 250.
Mm.
Will two cans be enough?
Oh,
Why not?
how many? You said 200.
Two,
2.
right? If one can, what am I doing here? If one can covers 100, right?
And
How many will two cans cover?
200.
200. Is 200 more or less than 250?
Yes,
It's less, thank you. Less, right? So is two enough? No. So what about three?
300.
Will that be enough? Which is more?
300.
So why will 300 not be enough?
Because it is a number.
Well, it is a bigger number. Don't you need enough paint to cover 250?
So I need to 300 here, right? Because it's more about that 250.
Well, all right. So do you understand what's happening? I want to make sure. Have you done this one yet? Are you working on it? So this is going to help you too, right? Okay. So there's a parking lot that needs 250 square feet, right?
Yeah.
And it looks like this. And it's 250 square feet, but one can only covers 100. Is that, how many times does 100 go into 250? Doesn't it go in, here's 100, here's 100, and here's 50? Isn't that 250 square feet?
Yes.
Okay. So how many cans would cover this 100?
1,
Okay. And how many cans would cover this 100?
1,
Okay. And how many cans would cover this 50?
1,
So how many cans do you need?
3.
Do you understand why?
Okay.
A little bit. Do you want to take the sticky? I'm gonna just show my camera. Do you want to take the sticky? Okay, yes. Did that make sense to you? So what's the answer?
3.
Okay, try it, see. Algebra. Problem solving like that. What did we have to do? We have to draw a picture? Did it make more sense when we drew the picture? So what's something you can do when you have things like algebra? Yeah, write it out, right? Okay. Measurement data. How many languages do you speak? Yeah. Geez, like four? What was the last one that you learned? English was the last one. Okay, so measurement and geometry are hard because they're language heavy. There's a lot of words that you have to know. If you've learned 4 languages and English is the most recent one and you're taking a test in English, it's gonna be harder, right? So when you took this test in
Oh, no, please, like,
September, Measurement is things like reading the clock, knowing centimeters and meters and inches and yards and feet and square feet. Okay, it's reading. And then geometry is shapes. Okay, knowing what a triangle is from a parallelogram, right? Hi, Emma. All right, so 9:13. You got grade 5 in numbers and operations, grade 2 in algebra, grade 1 in measurement and data, and grade 4 in geometry. Now, didn't I say measurement was difficult for language? So that's probably some of the issue. I'm a little concerned looking at those two, right? But you grew a little bit. Let's see what happened. Okay, so in December, you did grade 4, grade 3, grade 2, grade. Now, you dropped here, not what we want to see, right? But you improved here. You improved here. And you stayed the same. Okay. Still a little concerning about that measurement and data. But you did go up here and here. And I'm not real thrilled about that, but it's not the end of the world. It's still, right? Still, looking at this, including having passed 28 lessons this year, right? What is something that you are proud of?
Yes.
Okay. I say that you completed lessons. Is that all right? So thinking ahead, what goal do you have? Do you want to reach the 452? Do you want to reach the 471? Now, 471, I'll put you pretty firmly into 5th grade territory. Okay. And then here's some other numbers that maybe you want to have a goal of. 471? Okay. Reach 470. And now I'm going to put in the parentheses that 465 is 5th grade, okay? So you know that that's where you are. Will that make sense? Because you won't remember this. And then 480 is 6th grade. Okay, makes sense? All right, so how are you going to achieve that 471? What are you going to do the day of the test? And in between now, you're going to keep working on iReady? Or what else? What else? Okay, but what about the day of the test? What are some things you can do the day of the test? Work hard. Okay. Anything more specific than? Like, what is that going to look like? Take time. Okay, what else? What about like drawing pictures? Yeah. Okay, what are some things that you've heard of that you can do when a computer freezes? You have no idea? You don't know what to do when a computer freezes? Can anybody help Fabian? What do you do when a computer freezes? Hey, Jose. Don't be sorry. Don't be on that website. Please be doing your work. Right. Good. I'm gonna make sure that you have this, okay? On the test, but I'm all done with you right now. Do you have any questions for me? Okay. Thank you. Okay, so we are out in the hall during class time, and I have outside of my hall a reminder that students should bring their notebook, pencil, and workbooks to class. I have a little bit of information about what A Day it is, some information about me, as well as my college degree. When you open my door, there are a lot of posters down because we are getting ready for testing, but I have space for students to leave their workbooks if they want. Like I said, a lot of posters are down. I usually have posters up, and you can see where they've come down. That is my objective board for today. My data used to be up on the windows. You see that there is no storage place for workbooks or textbooks. So because they were delivered to me last year as the department chair, they are still here. I had some posters here on the wall about data. I had posters here about square roots and cube roots. I had posters here about words to use for operations. I had here a poster about solving equations. Here was where my calculator was. Over here were more words about language, numbers, what adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing were. If you saw them in a word problem. I am an avid teacher, so here's my college stuff. I don't have any storage in my room except for that closet. So all of my markers are here in the window. Up here, I had a few other posters. Invisible Math was one of them. I am leaving the building at the end of the year, the district actually at the end of the year, so I do have some things packed up. My desk is a mess because I'm trying to get through things during my planning period. But this is the only storage I have in my room, which is this cabinet and that bookshelf. I kind of grabbed a file cabinet here and found a dead bat in it once. So that's always fun. My Avid contract, my levels of questioning, my headphones that have gotten a bit worse for wear, my Dunkin' Donuts coffee, my smart board, which is ready for my next class, my computer cart and calculators, computer lists, the bell schedule and a timer, posters for what we're working on in my Math 8 class. And then I had some vocabulary that was very similar to this down here. My inbox is there and some of the posters that I'm taking down. Again, more workbooks that are here. Those are for stations. I fill them up with station material and put them away. And then I've got more storage underneath this table, but then tables that are able to be moved if I need them to be moved. But, you know, they're falling apart, so they need some TLC as well. And that is my classroom.